what's going on, guys? So, did you see this week's episode of The Flash? Did it make you cry? Because, man, they brought the feels. I got a little teary-eyed. He just loved his mama so much. Anyways, applause to anybody that said he was in the Speed Force, and I hate myself for not freaking knowing that. That's what happens when you don't freaking read Flash New 52. My Flash knowledge isn't as extensive as some of my other hero knowledges, but I plan to change that. Am I the only one that thought this episode was great, but wasn't very eventful? This episode was directed by well-known fanboy Kevin Smith, and with it being Kevin Smith, you totally knew his best friend from Jay and Silent Bob, Jay, was gonna get a cameo. If you don't know who that is, it's the guy that was with that lady at the Big Belly Burger and his freaking mom's car got destroyed. He was also one of the meta-humans at the end. I think he was the dude with the freaking staff and the helmet. If you guys watch iZombie, spoilers coming, the actor that plays Tony was on iZombie for a majority of season 2, and at the end he became a zombie, only to come back on The Flash as a zombie. That's meta. Human. Not sure if you guys caught it, but Cisco referenced the Gratata video that happened a few years back. Last thing I want to say before we get into the big stuff. Hey Barry's mom, how you doing? You're beautiful. Got a few things I want to talk about, but first I want to talk about how the hell did Barry get a new suit? I know now that the Speed Force is a physical place, but you're telling me they can make clothes too? We saw Barry's clothes blow off when he disintegrated. Obviously that had to happen because there would have been no way for Cisco to freaking vibe to see where Barry's at. But now you're telling me that the freaking Speed Force can make clothes. Can it get me some Air Jordans? Also, Speed Force, could you not make the suit a little bit more red, please? The dark red is fine, but come on, I'd like it to be a little bit brighter. The next thing a lot of people were interested and confused by, and it's still not my #1 topic, but that thing was, how was Wally okay, but Jesse was unconscious? Let me tell you a little nugget. It's because Jesse's becoming a speedster! That's right, Jesse is becoming Jesse Quick.
But Juice, how?
Well, she got hit by the particle accelerator and she has the exact same symptoms that Barry did when he became the Flash. Oh yeah? Well then why isn't Wally a speedster, huh? And where were the chemicals? You need to have the chemicals to be the freaking Flash. Shut the fuck up and let me finish. It is true, Wally did get hit by the particle accelerator and does not have the same symptoms. Wally also didn't get injected with V9. Jesse did, and what does V9 have? Chemicals. Can't make V9 without chemicals. So, does this mean that Jessie has her powers? I don't know, but one thing I do find interesting is that Barry did shock her with what? Speed Force? That's something to think about, because could the Speed Force, or whatever he just used to make it that little electrocution shit that he has, did that just activate everything in Jessie's body? Because she just came back to life like, oh shit, I'm good. Like, Everybody was like, what did you do? And he was like, I don't know, something. It worked, right? Did he just activate her powers? It's possible. That's why I think Wally was okay and Jessie's having all the symptoms. Because she's becoming a speedster. The last thing I want to talk about is Barry's dad, Henry Allen, dying. What, Juice? What do you mean Henry Allen dying? Yeah, I think his dad's gonna die. I know your brain right now is all like, what are you talking about? Why would they kill him? Well, there's a rumor floating around that somebody is going to die on the season finale of The Flash. If you really think about it, it's not going to be Cisco, it's not going to be Wells, it's not going to be Caitlin, it's not going to be Iris, it's not going to be Wally, it's not going to be Jesse. Who else of importance is left? Henry and Joe. I don't think it's going to be Joe because he's been there since episode 1. He's been Barry's father longer than Barry's father's been his father. I don't see them killing Joe because he's just too important to the show, as where Henry Allen comes and goes on the show. Another reason why I think this is because the Flash producer said that this week's episode is going to set up like the emotional toll that Barry's going to go through over the last 2 episodes. What did this episode focus on? It focused on Barry learning to accept that there's always going to be bad things no matter how many good things he does. He learned and is going to have to continue to learn to get past just traumatic experiences in his life because they're always going to be there, especially because he's the Flash. What could be more traumatic than his father dying just after he finally came to terms with his mother's death? Nothing would be more traumatic than that. On top of all that, Henry Allen gave himself the death sentence at the end of the episode when he told Barry, look, I'm changing my mind, I'm gonna stay in Central City, I'm not going anywhere. Anytime somebody says that in a freaking show where something important just happened, they always die. Think Henry Allen's gonna die. Will that be the last we see of him? No, because we still haven't seen the damn Flash from the 90s, and that was played by freaking Henry Allen Allen's actor, character, man. If we do see the 90s Flash in season 3, that just sets up a whole episode where Barry's like, Dad? He'll probably go through a bunch of emotions and then he'll find out that's not really his dad, it just looks like him, blah, 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 blah. Not like we had enough to guess about the man in the iron mask, and now we have to guess who's gonna die on the finale if that rumor's true. I'm just gonna throw this out there. If the man in the iron mask turns out to be Jay Garrick, who looks like Henry Allen, I'm gonna be super pissed. It would be stupid. Anyways, you guys know, I want to know what you think about all this craziness. Do you think that Jessie has or is getting her powers? Will Henry Allen die on the final episode? And if the Speed Force does make clothes, what clothes would you like to have? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your Speed Force buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, guys, I am your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. About my daily dose of juice. See you guys next time.